guess I don't have any objection to it, but I'm not the one in my family that's planning a graduation party, so
Sure.
how that bounces, I'm not really sure. Any thoughts?
I guess I don't know if I think there's any downside or.
Not much difference?
I think it's kind of better.
It gives you one more weekend during the year to plan for different parties and such, for high school seniors.
Plus it doesn't, seems to be a lot of people. There's a lot going on Memorial Day week.
Sure. And seniors have always been excused from the last 3 days. So when you think of what's historically been the last week of school, we've got Memorial Day, and then usually there's 3 student days that are exams, and then a teacher work day. Or 4 student days and a teacher work day. But it's not gonna fall that way this year. And what may actually happen is the seniors will have to be excused from 1 additional day. So instead of 3 years, there'll be 1 additional day. But we thought that was gonna be a lot better than having seniors wait for a week to graduate just to keep it on the Memorial Day weekend. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So we're gonna, like, their senior exams, when they're done with senior exams, the senior picnic, then the Friday of that week, second to last week of school will be the senior awards, and then commencement that evening. So the same formula, just a week earlier.
Yeah, that last week would be pretty pointless for the
Yeah.
seniors.
Yeah, I think it's rough to try to bring the seniors back after being away a week, right?
Yeah.
Secondly, regarding the agenda this evening, I would recommend to the board that we remove, underneath the treasurer's report, we remove item C and item D. That's the appropriations amendment and the 5-year financial forecast. So again, that's under the treasurer's report, item C and item D. And then under new business, it is item C, resolution authorizing sale of property to the village. And the reason for that is the appropriations amendment kind of goes along with the forecast, so together, those 2 pieces are going to be looked at in the next few days just to make sure that we are seeing things accurately before we bring it to the board. Cheyenne has a deadline of late next week, right?
February 28th.
So what this will mean likely is we need to schedule a special meeting with the board. But we think in the extra days that we'll have this week and perhaps early next week, if we could meet on Tuesday next week, if that works in everybody's schedule, we'll have a better idea of why you're seeing changes in the forecast. And again, the appropriations amendment goes along with that. And then with the sale of property to the village, there are a couple of lines in the resolution that are incorrect, so we have to make sure that we've got the parcel numbers correct in that resolution. So rather than table it, we want to be able to bring it to you for the first time with, after having edited the resolution.
I mean, I won't be available next week, I'm on vacation, but as long as 3 of you are.
Will that work for you next week, next Tuesday?
Mm-hmm.
That good for everybody?
It's good for me.
I think so.
We'll just have to get in touch with Jessica.
So at this point, do I make a motion to remove item C and D from the treasurer's report and item C from new business?
Correct. Yep.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Diaz?
Yes.
Dr. Hinkle?
Yes.
Mr. Chris?
Yes.
Ms. Price?
Yes.
The only other thing I have is for Mrs. Hartley.
So, we, if you'll scroll down,
All the way to the bottom?
yep, go back up just a little bit. So, we have lots of different data measures that we look at throughout the year, and this is one data measure that I don't typically bring to the board. However, we are seeing a very encouraging and positive pattern. This is what's called a cadence assessment, which is a reading assessment that we have used in our district for years and years. Before it was called a cadence, it was called Dibbles. And it essentially assesses how well our students are reading. We start this assessment at kindergarten. Our students take it at the beginning of the year, the middle of the year, and the end of the year. And what we've noticed here, so we were entering our middle of the year data a week or two ago. This is 5th grade, and we're looking at 5th grade year over year over year. So the first set of numbers that you're looking at are from the 21-22 school year, all the way up to the most current 25-26 school year. When students take a cadence, they're placed into one of 4 categories. If they're reading well below grade level, that's sort of this red color. If they're just below grade level, it's yellow. If they're reading at grade level, it's green. And if they're reading above, it's blue. And we essentially look at what percentage of our students, combining the well below and the below, so which students are reading below grade level and how many students are reading at grade level. And what you'll see here, this is 5th grade. 5 years ago, we had 62% of our students who were reading below grade level compared to 38% on. And if you watch those numbers over time, we're now up to 66% of our students who are reading at or above level, and 34% of our students who are reading below. So lots and lots of different factors that go into this progress and success. But definitely number one is the heavy lifting and the time and dedication of our teachers. Also implementation of high quality instructional materials. This cohort of 5th graders was one of the first ones to receive UFly Foundation's phonics instruction, explicit phonics instruction. We've seen that have a major positive impact on our students. Our Wonders Language Arts Assessment, our teachers who really leaned into the letters and other professional development and learning around how students learn to read. So I'm not going to go super deep any further than that unless you have questions, but I just really wanted to point out to the board and to the community watching that all of the hard work and resources that we're putting into literacy in the elementary is paying off. We're sending students to the middle school, 2/3 of them right now are on track to be at level or above, compared to 5 years ago, less than 40%. So it's a huge celebration, and I want to share it with the board.
Good news, thanks
Yeah.
Sharon, and thanks for the teachers that are putting in the hard
Yeah.
work to.
Yep. And
make this happen.
administrators.
And administrators.
A lot of heavy working from Loretta and Lori, through Annie, and so. Any questions?
No, it's great.
It is great. Thank you.
That's all I have, unless the board members have questions.
Any questions? Seeing none, move on. Go to the treasurer's report. A, approval of Board of Education minutes, January 20th, 2026. Regular meeting, do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Dr. Hinkleman?
Yes.
Mr. Hess?
Yes.
Ms. Price?
Yes.
Mr. Diaz?
Yes. B, approval of January financial report. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Did you want to cover this, or?
I can just briefly go over it. There's not too much detail in it because we're working on the forecast.
Sure.
But some of the variances in here are worth looking at, I think closer, given our financial state with our legislative bills coming through. So we just, right here, I have the classic report where we just do our general fund balance against what we anticipated with our budget and where we actually are. And then in the middle, our revenue, which is kind of hard to see on the screen if you guys have it pulled up, the budget versus the actual. And then again with the general fund expenditures, the budget versus the actual, which are relatively close to each other, but still there are some variances I think that are worth looking into further to have a more accurate idea for our financial forecast. So those variances you can see here. The largest one we can see is the restricted aid with a 16.69% difference. And that's just going down. That's our formula taking place. Our income tax, we are just over by $7,500, so 3.79% increase than what we had forecasted for our income tax. For restricted aid, that is the line that has the greatest variance of that 16.69%. It's lower than we've projected, and we've seen a 28.6% decrease in our revenue in this line item as compared to last year. So that's $101,000 less that we have received this year than we did last year. That's just the formula, the state aid pulling back a little bit. In 106, all other revenue, this line has continuously been higher over time, and I think that a lot of that has to do with our general fund interest that we are seeing. We also had a matured CD for 4.35%. And then right there you can see that our interest rates unfortunately are continuing to decline. And our Class B collections are residing kind of where they have been. So elementary school with the most, middle school, and then high school with the least rate of collection. So for expenditures, this is, I think, where we really want to dive in when it comes to our forecast is our personal services. We obviously had anticipated hiring some bus drivers and a intervention specialist, and those have not panned out full year as we had hoped. So I think that needs to be adjusted just because we are anticipating more than we need to. Our employees' retirements and benefits is a little bit lower, and that's just because obviously in Toronto where personnel services is lower than we are obviously in that same area. But we are going to see, I think, that gap close a little bit with our new EMS payments going into effect in the second week of January. So those are going to start coming through in there. Supplies, we definitely have been over. The variance this month is 4.78% higher than we had projected. So that's roughly $14,000 over in this line from where we had anticipated being. And capital outlay, we just had to buy screen beam display receiver. So there's an increase in cost in the capital outlay. And then there at an ending cash balance, that kind of just shows you where we are. We're 7.59% lower than forecasted. And that's just because January, December, there's no tax revenue. So we do kind of hit this slump of revenue, and that's why we've seen that. But overall, our revenue is just under what we had anticipated, and our expenditures as a whole is just under 5% of what we had anticipated for this point in the year. We do have our March property tax collection to look forward to, and then April, we have our largest income tax collection historically, and that's where we'll see the first bit of our new levy money, or income tax rather, come in. And then here we have just the days of cash on hand, currently at 106 days cash on hand, and that's just based on January expenditures. Here is our full cash summary report, so all of our fund balances. Our investment summary, which I kind of went over earlier, we're averaging about 3.93% on our MBS securities, and then we are declining in our money market and STAR. And then cash balance, we are over this month, just in our expenditures and revenue for our cafeteria rather. And then here is a list of all of the checks and disbursements for the month of January.
Any questions? All right, we'll move on. Roll call, please.
Dr. Hinkman?
Yes.
Mr. Chris?
Yes.
Ms. Price?
Yes.
Mr. Diaz?
Yes. C and D we'll skip over. Other special reports, MEA.
None this evening.
Thank you. 6, agenda confirmation, additions and deletions to the agenda. Do we have any additions or we had the deletions?
Correct, no additions.
That were addressed in the superintendent report. Okay. B, approval agenda, recommend approval of the agenda. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
It's okay. All good. Roll call, please.
Dr. Hinkleman?
Yes.
Mrs. Price?
Yes.
Mr. Kress?
Yes.
Mr. Diaz?
Yes. So like there's any old business, 8 new business, 2026-27 Sinclair Community College CCP agreement. Recommend approval of the College Credit Plus agreement between Sinclair Community College and the Milton-Union Exempted Village School District, identifying payment rates for the 2026-27 school year, including summer 2026, fall 2026, and spring 2026. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Dr. Hinkleman?
Yes.
Mr. Kress?
Yes.
Ms. Price?
Yes.
Mr. Diaz?
Yes. B, Ohio High School Athletic Association 2026-27 membership. Recommend authorization of the Milton-Union EVSD 2026-27 membership with the Ohio High School Athletic Association. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Dr. Hinkleman?
Yes.
Mr. Kress?
Yes.
Ms. Price?
Yes.
Mr. Diaz?
Yes. C, resolutions, that's one we're missing. D, Wable proposal, high school gymnasium J's. Recommend approval of the Weibel Energy Systems proposal to repair and upgrade hardware, software, and server configuration that controls HVAC for the high school gymnasium. The cost of this project is $25,395 to be paid with permanent improvement funds. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
So I spoke a little bit to Curtis about this, and they're having issues with the gymnasium getting really, really hot, and there's some sensors and
Yeah, that's pretty terrible.
Joe may be able to have, it's a technology product that controls the HVAC for
I don't
the
have
gymnasium.
exact details, but, you know, the sensor's gone bad, on and off kind of thing, and to upgrade, they can fix it, the sensor, but with that, they need a new server, with the new software. So, we're prepared, we're ready for it, we're just, that's the gist of it.
Yeah, so, once I saw that number come across the agenda, I reached out to Curtis and kinda, little techie for me, but,
Yeah, so I was in there when I got stuck. I was in there in the morning practicing, and I had gotten stuck overnight since it was so hard. It was like being in the wrestling room.
Yeah, I think there was a Friday night basketball game and everybody was freezing, and then the Saturday night game, everybody was sweating, so it's, yeah.
okay. Roll call, please.
All right, Dr. Hinkleman?
Yes.
Mr. Kress?
Yes.
Ms. Price?
Yes.
Mr. Diaz?
Yes. E, disposal of assets, vibraphone. Recommend approval to declare the vibraphone obsolete and authorize the operations manager to dispose of it. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
What is a vibraphone?
I had to Google it.
It's coming out of the band room.
Roll call, please.
Dr. Hinkleman?
Yes.
Mr. Kress?
Yes.
Ms. Price?
Yes.
Mr. Diaz?
Yes. F, disposal of assets, PowerHeart G3 AED. Recommend approval to declare the elementary school clinic PowerHeart G3 AED obsolete and authorize the operations manager to dispose of it. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Is it broken or non-functional?
Must be non-functional if we're throwing it away, and
Did we replace it?
Doesn't
Chelsea's
it
pretty good.
expired? Don't they?
They
expire?
probably do, I would imagine.
Chelsea's pretty good about updating those.
Do we, did we replace it?
Oh, I'd have to check.
Do we know how many AEDs we have in the building?
We do. They are on our schematic. I don't know how many.
So there's multiple
Yes,
others?
yes.
Roll call, please.
Dr. Hanselman,
Yes.
Mr. Press,
Yes.
Ms. Price,
Yes.
Mr. Diaz.
Yes. G, public library term approval, accept the following resignation from the Milton-Union Public Library Board of Trustees, Marilyn Mitchell, effective February 17th, 2026. Recommend the following appointment to Milton-Union Public Library Board of Trustees, Carolyn Weinmiller, February 17th, 2026 through December 31st, 2029. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Dr. Hanselman,
Yes.
Mr. Press,
Yes.
Ms. Price,
Yes.
Mr. Diaz.
Yes. H, consent calendar. Recommend approval of all matters listed under the consent calendar. Do I have a motion?
So moved. Second.
Roll call, please.
Dr. Hanselman,
Yes.
Ms. Price,
Yes.
Mr. Press,
Yes.
Mr. Diaz.
Yes. 9, other authorizations, resolutions, etc. A, open enrollment. Recommend approval for the Milton-Union Exempt Village School District to participate in an open enrollment option as provided for in Senate Bill 140 and Ohio Department of Education Rule 301-48-02. This option shall be for the 2026-27 school year and shall permit the enrollment of students from any other Ohio school district. Do I have a motion?
So moved. I'll second.
Roll call, please.
Dr. Hanselman,
Yes.
Ms. Price,
Yes.
Mr. Press,
Yes.
Mr. Diaz.
Yes. B, State FFA Convention. Recommend approval of the Milton-Union FFA attending the State FFA Convention in Columbus, Ohio, April 30th, 2026 through May 1st, 2026. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Press,
Yes.
Dr. Hanselman,
Yes.
Ms. Price,
Yes.
Mr. Diaz.
Yes. C, Program of Studies 2026-2027. Recommend adoption of the Program of Studies for use at Milton-Union High School beginning with the 2026-2027 school year. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Would you like a second?
I'll second.
Roll call, please.
All right, Dr. Hanselman,
Yes.
Ms. Price,
Yes.
Mr. Press,
Yes.
Mr. Diaz.
Yes. 10, Board Reports, Legislative and Student Achievement. Linda?
I don't have anything.
B, Policy Update, myself and Julianne. Obviously, we have some first readings of policies coming up. Do you have anything to add? Okay, no worries.
You got plenty of time.
It's just the first reading. Okay. I see Building and Transportation, that's myself and Justin. Obviously, we had the Jace issue that's being rectified in the gymnasium, but I can't think of anything else. Can you think of anything else regarding the building or transportation?
Not at the moment.
Still trying to hire bus drivers, though.
Correct, all the time.
Okay, moving on, MVCTC Jim Allball, the minutes from the January MVCTC meeting is attached for your review. Milton-Union Education Foundation, Jess, since Jess not here and Brad is part of that organization, do you have anything to update, Brad?
We put out, I guess we pushed out an advertisement, I suppose is the right word, for the Bulldog Bash on March 14th. So hope everybody can be there. It's a lot of fun, it's family fun, so it's a good way to spend your morning in between seasons.
Only go if Joe's cooking pancakes.
Joe is clearing his schedule with the secret ingredient.
Alright.
That's the board members aren't doing it.
F, Audit and Finance, Justin and Julianne, anything on that?
Just, fallout from the legislation, how it's gonna impact our district.
More to come.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's okay to note that, you know, it was clear that House Bill 129 wasn't going to affect us, but, you know, back at the end of last calendar year, we also thought that House Bill 186 wasn't going to affect us because we were not at the 20 mil floor. We found out, and I think this is important for the board to know, that, and anybody who's listening online, that we are now at the 20 mil floor. And we did not find out that information until last week. So the district is affected by House Bill 186. And I should say that no one here forgets where they live and work. And of course, we support property tax reform, but at the same time, we also have to think about running a school. And so our revenue is capped now to the rate of inflation. And that is the case for, I mean, depending on who you ask, we'll just approximate it as at 2/3 of Ohio school districts that are at the floor that are losing out on revenue that they had counted on in their forecasts. So I think it's important to note that to the community. It wasn't anything that we did or didn't do. It was something that was done to us, but I believe it was done with the best of intentions, and that's providing relief to the taxpayer. So I think we also have to be sensitive to that. So more news to follow next
Yeah.
Tuesday.
Yeah, well, yeah, that'll be covered in the forecast, I guess.
Very much so.
Okay.
Yeah, special meeting on Tuesday.
G, Facility Complex Committee, that'd be myself. I have nothing to report tonight on
I don't know. The flashing light for the,
bus, or the traffic sign.
I remember we've talked about that with the village. Where did that end up?
So it's in the right of way, so it's theirs to control. I think there is concern about the software and its shelf life. That if somebody from the village were to come out there and adjust the timing, that there's some concern that maybe you couldn't do anything. Like maybe you couldn't update it at all because it's so old. Joe, I'm looking for support
Yeah, sorry.
when next stuff to work it out in there.
I think that's what they said, is that you'd have to have a new one, right?
I'm pretty sure a law does not require the flashing signal.
That's correct.
So, the fact that we have that feature is, may work during school hours, but may not work if we have a delay or something because of the timing. I guess, I don't know, I mean, pretty common knowledge, school timing, and people are coming as far as when people should slow down. And I'm not sure about the law about the school zone anyway. I mean, is it during school hours, it's supposed to be reduced speed in
Correct.
entirety?
Yeah, there's, so I think you're right. I think the law is there just has to be a regular old sign there with a posted what the times are for the school zone. So there has to be a flashing light or anything like that. And so we've been told by the village, or at least Curtis has had this conversation with the village, that doing that, they would be in compliance with the law. So yeah, I guess that there are, I've not looked into this, but from what I'm hearing, there are these fancier setups where you use Bluetooth and you can operate and change this stuff directly from your phone or from your desktop, and maybe be able to catch all the times that a school district is doing an early release, or they've got a late arrival or a 2-hour delay. We are not able to do that because that's something that the village has to do manually. They have to physically come out and do that. And again, I think the software in the system is so obsolete that they probably have some concern about messing with it too much that they might not be able to reset it again at all.
So just to clarify, we don't control that sign when it flashes.
That's correct.
It falls under the village's jurisdiction.
That's correct. They would totally, we would totally be collaborative and have a discussion about it, but yes, they are the ones to change it. We don't have access to it. That's my understanding. And a more up-to-date model would probably be, Mr. Brackman guessed for me, like $25,000.
Everything's $25,000.
That's just where it starts.
I was gonna say, I bet it used to be one.
Yeah, I would be surprised.
Can they get a grant for that?
Yeah, I'm sure that they can get a grant for that. We could probably use safety grant money for that. If we just haven't heard if we've been awarded a safety grant
Yeah,
yet,
is that still pending?
as far as I know.
Yeah,
That
that's not
Northmont school
bad.
on 48 never had a flash.
That was like,
We
That was
submitted
like
it,
years ago.
oh, those, there was another one we submitted for at the end of October. And I think that was for, what was it, like 40 grand was the max?
There was a much larger grant that we submitted for that I don't think we've heard yet, and then there was one that was based on the number of students that we have, and I think we received those dollars, right?
Yeah, it was like $5,600.
Yeah.
So, could that be something where there's collaboration on getting the new updated version? Possibly it could be controlled here, since, I mean, to have the village know when we're delaying or getting out early
Sure.
and all that, it would be, make, to me, much more sense if the controls was happening in this building, right? Especially, I'm not saying if we had to go out there and pull it apart and manually change the timing, but if we had the Bluetooth access, it'd be easier, I think, for us to do it.
Sure.
If that's something that could be worked out,
yeah.
or
And
if
it
there's
seems like-
dollars
it
that
seems
we
like-
could get.
Yeah,
know
it
what I mean?
seems like that light is dimming it quite a bit compared to what it used to as well, so it probably needs replaced anyway.
Yeah, I feel like it isn't that bright.
Not like it used to be, I don't think. You come that way, Joe, a lot. You noticed it?
I don't even notice it anymore. Slow down.
He just knows he's gotta slow down. Yeah, Justin, we certainly can have that discussion. I would think that, cost would be prohibitive for them and us, but, we could certainly look into it.
We somehow got the big safety grant.
Yeah, I mean, you can't put a price on it, honestly, so, yeah, it's definitely a topic for discussion. We could even start that conversation prior to our next joint meeting too, but we could hit it again there.
Sounds good. 11, information and discussion items, board, BOE, policy update, first reading, attached to the, policies for adoption,
For first reading.
for first
Yes.
reading,
Yep,
but I don't need to read it.
Not this time,
It's just
no.
for the review,
correct.
and I'm thankful for that.
There's no action here. It's
No
just-
action. B, general information and updates, any general information or updates that we need to address?
No, I don't think so.
Alright, 12, board announcements, upcoming meetings, regular board meeting, Monday, March 16th, 2026, 6 PM, board conference room. 13, executive session. Recommend approval to adjourn to executive session for purposes authorized under Board of Education Policy 0166 and ORC 121.22G1 to consider the appointment, employment, dismissal, discipline, promotion, demotion, or compensation of a public employee or official, or the investigation of charges or complaints against a public employee, official, licensee, or regulated individual, or C 121.22G4, to prepare for, conduct, or review negotiations or bargaining sessions with public employees concerning compensation or other terms, conditions of employment, and ORC 121.22G5,
matters as required to be kept confidential by federal law or regulations or state statutes. There will be no action taken after the board exits executive session. Invitees are Dr. Ritchie.
Mrs. Hartley and Mrs. Solomon.
Okay. Do I have a motion to go into executive session?
So moved.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Kress?
Yes.
Ms. Price?
Yes.
Dr. Hinkle?
Yes.
Mr. Davis?
Yes. All right, thanks for coming. That's all we have. As stated, there will be no business after we exit executive session. Thank you.
Everybody's good with 6 o'clock next Tuesday? Is that good, earlier, later?
Yeah. Okay.
Right practice that night too?
We will, but I don't know what time yet, because of the gym.
We'll do the 24th.
Correct. Special meeting to talk finances, appropriations, and probably put the land sale in front of the board.
And you said 6 p.m.?
6 p.m. sounds
So-
like.